The year is 2018. A new Smash Bros. Game has just been announced at the end of the March Nintendo Direct. Smash 4 is coming to an eventful end, and Super Smash Bros. Melee is Super Smash Bros. Melee.
That's weapon! Absolutely tearing through everyone today, Toad!
Just as relevant as it's ever been. But there's one character that's always been at the bottom of Super Smash Bros. Melee tier lists, and that character is Pichu. And with the trailer at E3 announcing that every single Smash character is returning, that included one character that some fans were more excited about than others. Now, obviously, people aren't sure yet when E3 happens if Pichu is going to be a relevant character or not. Is Pichu going to be better than he was, or is he going to be a replica of what he was in Melee as one of the worst characters in the game? Only time could tell. But as people started to go to the demos, people started to realize one thing about Pichu and Pikachu alike. These characters were really, really, really good. As the clips started to roll in from all of these demos that were being posted on YouTube, people started to speculate about how good Pichu would actually be. They started to say, oh, Pichu might be a high tier, with the speculation that Pikachu might even be the best character in the game, especially when people talked about his new Nair. People often tended to ignore Pichu in the early days of the Smash Ultimate demos because they were so focused on how good Pikachu was. But once Smash Ultimate released on December 7th, some players had something different to say about it.
It's very reminiscent of Pikachu, except
Oh,
there's
my
that spike.
God. Let's go Pichu. Let's go Pichu. Let's go Pichu.
Oh, that down tilt again.
and that's
is
gonna
so good.
I swear.
So it sees him in, and then wow, gross.
As the clips began to roll in from hours and hours upon hours of playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in those first few days and weeks, people started to realize that Pichu was a threat to be reckoned with. He had fast moves, kill moves, confirms, combos, and he had a ridiculous forward tilt that killed very, very early and two-framed, which is a term regarding to when you can hit your opponent under the ledge. Its hitbox was ridiculous, and it was probably one of the most oppressive moves that you'll ever hear about in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Obviously, you might be saying, this character hasn't had any tournament practice, this could just be online. We're not really sure if this character is good yet, even though most people were ranking Pichu really high on their tier lists, but there weren't really any super majors or big tournaments yet that you could actually test out Pichu in. Obviously, Pichu was showing results in some smaller tournaments, but nothing major yet. So a few weeks after the game had come out, people had been playing Pichu for a while now, and were starting to get a grip on what this character could do. We finally began to outline the players who would main Pichu in Super Smash Bros. One of the main ones, and probably the most popular and best Pichu, was Void. But at the moment, there weren't any Smash tournaments or super majors that you could really test your Pichu at yet. Only small little local tournaments, and Pichu was showing positive results in those tournaments. A lot of people wanted to play Pichu because he was good, but he was also a very complicated character that took a long time to learn. There wouldn't be a big test for Void or Pichu until Genesis 6, where Pichu would go on a rampage. As Void smashed his way into top 8 of the first Super Major in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, there were many other obstacles that he would need to pass through, MKLeo and Zachary being the other two important factors at Genesis 6. Zachary, the Wolf player, was surprising everyone with his innate talent and prodigy abilities with Wolf, and MKLeo being the #1 player from Smash 4 at the end of its lifespan, with Ike trying to stand in the way of anybody who hoped to challenge his reign. Void managed to beat off Zachary in a very, very close set to get to grand finals, where he would eventually be put down by MKLeo's Ike. But this showed just how good Pichu was and how good Pichu could perform if played at an optimal level. This run by Void inspired many other Pichu mains and other players, including Nakat, to continue playing Pichu, as it showed that there was a potential for Pichu to win Super Majors and win other big tournaments. Void's run at Genesis 6 inspired Pichu players all over the world to continue their optimization of this character. So far, everything had been going good for them. They had found out new combos and kill confirms in the months after Genesis 6, and Pichu had continued to show results at B tiers, C tiers, A tiers, and even S tiers. Pichu was far from being perfect, but he was a contender for one of the best characters in Ultimate. Everything was going great. That is, until patch 3.0, the June patch, also known as the Nerf patch. You see, in the first few months of Ultimate, Pichu wasn't the only character that people were talking about. The biggest character that you might have heard before was Olimar. Olimar was easily the most oppressive character and what many people did also consider to be the best character in the game. He had ridiculous combos, his damage output was insane, and he could combo up smash into up smash. His kills were incredible, and he had a down B that could armor through anything if timed right. In this same patch, Pichu was nerfed to the ground. Many people consider this nerf now to be an over-excessive nerf, but at the time people really were complaining a lot about Pichu. A lot of people's biggest complaints was that Pichu's F-tilt killed ridiculously early and hit under the ledge, so it was basically almost a free ledge guard tool, so they nerfed that, but they also nerfed many other things about Pichu. For example, when you look at Pichu and Pikachu, you would think that Pichu is smaller and harder to hit than Pikachu, but when you compare their hurt boxes, Pichu's is actually bigger than Pikachu's, which doesn't really make any sense. They also nerfed the damage output of back air, the kill power of many other moves. F-tilt almost never hits under the ledge now and is not as reliable as a kill. Pichu does a lot more damage to himself when he actually does attacks, so that you basically end up, if you whiff a bunch of attacks, you're basically going to lose no matter what, because you're at the same time as attacking, you're dealing damage to yourself. Overall, these nerfs sent Pichu from being arguably the best character in the game, easily top 5, to a mid-tier. This was crushing for Pichu players, as they had been working to optimize Pichu and maybe getting that one win at an S tier, close to what Void had, and replicate what Void had done at Genesis 6. After a little while, Void released a video saying that he was dropping Pichu after the nerfs.
Pichu, and why I'm kind of not continuing as making Pichu my #1 character.
The nerfs just hit too hard, and there was too much work that you had to put in to maintain a Pichu at a top level, especially at the level Void plays. Eventually, Void started to play Pichu again, and at this time, many players around the world are working to optimize Pichu. We're not really sure where Pichu is going to go at this point. Maybe Pichu will get some buffs in an eventual patch, or maybe Pichu will get nerfed again. All we can do is really wait and see. Pichu may never get to the height that it was once when it reached to grand finals at Genesis 6 with Void, but we may be able to see Pichu optimized in the future if he does ever get any buffs. Thanks for watching. Before I end the video, I want to give a huge shout out to Void and Nakat. Most of the clips I used in today's video are from their channels, and I want you guys to go over to their channels and subscribe. I'll link them in the description down below, and I'll also link their Twitter handles. But before you leave, make sure to subscribe down below. It really helps out the channel, and less than 1% of people who watch my videos are subscribed. If you enjoyed it, it doesn't take a lot of time. And if you didn't enjoy the video, leave a dislike. I'm always open to criticism about what you guys want me to improve on. But without all out of the way, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed.